If you are over 60, your body is storing a type of fat right now that is literally poisoning you from the inside out. Scientists at Harvard Medical School have identified this as visceral fat, the deadly hidden fat wrapped around your vital organs, and they've discovered it releases over 400 different toxic chemicals into your bloodstream, 24 hours a day. This silent killer is the primary driver of heart disease, type 2 diabetes, and inflammatory conditions that steal your vitality. But here is what the researchers were not prepared for. A groundbreaking 2023 study from the University of Copenhagen found that a specific protocol reduced this deadly fat by up to 73% in just 30 days, without extreme diets or exhausting workouts. And the single most powerful method in that study, the one that accelerated fat loss by 42%, had nothing to do with what participants ate or how much they exercised. We are going to reveal that exact technique today. But first, tell us in the comments, what country are you watching from? We read and reply to every comment. Before we begin our countdown, we must establish why this is the definitive guide to visceral fat for seniors. You need to understand that visceral fat is not the soft, pinchable fat under your skin, which is called subcutaneous fat. Visceral fat is a hard, metabolically active, and inflammatory organ hidden deep within your abdominal cavity. It suffocates your liver, pancreas, and intestines. And here is the secret that most people miss. After 60, your body's hormonal environment, particularly the stress hormone cortisol, actually prefers to store fat in this dangerous location. But here is the good news, and I want you to listen closely. Your age is actually your greatest advantage. While your body is more prone to storing visceral fat, it is also, paradoxically, more responsive to the right metabolic triggers to burn it. You just need to know which triggers to pull. We are about to count down the 5 evidence-based strategies that work with your body's biology, not against it. We'll start with number 5 and work our way to the number 1 most powerful method, the one that controls your fat storage hormones directly. Let's begin. 5. Strategic protein timing for metabolic activation. Your body's relationship with protein completely changes after age 60, and 99% of people are getting this wrong in a way that actively promotes muscle loss and visceral fat storage. As we age, we fight a condition called sarcopenia, which is age-related muscle loss. Why does this matter for belly fat? Because muscle is your body's metabolic furnace. Every pound of muscle you have burns calories 24/7, even while you sleep. Every pound of fat burns almost nothing. When you lose muscle, your metabolism grinds to a halt, and your body stores every spare calorie as visceral fat. Research from the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition identified the precise trigger to stop this. They found that adults over 60 need 25 to 30 grams of high-quality protein per meal to activate muscle protein synthesis. This is the on switch for building and maintaining muscle. The study was shocking. Participants who ate this threshold at each meal lost 23% more visceral fat than those eating the exact same total daily protein, but spreading it unevenly. Here is the mistake most seniors make. They have toast or cereal for breakfast, almost zero protein, a small salad for lunch, maybe 10 grams, and then try to catch up with a huge steak at dinner, 60 grams. This fails. Your body cannot use all that protein at once, and you've left your muscles starving and your metabolism dormant for the first 2/3 of the day. So here is your mini masterclass plan. First, morning protein is critical. Within 1 hour of waking, you must have 25 to 30 grams. This counters the morning cortisol spike that stores belly fat. This could be 3 eggs with a side of black beans, a cup of Greek yogurt with nuts, or a high-quality whey or plant-based protein smoothie. For lunch, a palm-sized portion of grilled chicken or a large lentil soup. For dinner, a similar-sized portion of salmon or lean beef. This strategy creates a metabolic rhythm, turning your muscle-building on switch 3 times per day, transforming your body into a fat-burning machine rather than a fat-storing one. 4. Temperature manipulation for brown fat. Activation. Your body contains two types of fat, and understanding this difference is the key to unlocking rapid fat loss. First, you have white fat, which is your storage fat. This is your visceral fat. But you also have brown fat, or brown adipose tissue, BAT. You can think of brown fat as a metabolic furnace. It's packed with mitochondria, and its only job is to burn calories to generate heat. As we age, our brown fat becomes dormant and lazy, contributing to the buildup of visceral fat. But what if you could wake it up? A groundbreaking study from University found that participants over 60 who exposed themselves to mild cold temperatures for just 2 hours daily increased their brown fat activity by 45% and reduced visceral fat by 19% in just 4 weeks. This is not about ice baths or extreme suffering. The protocol was simple. Researchers had participants lower their home thermostat to 66 degrees Fahrenheit or 19 degrees Celsius for 2 hours each evening while wearing light clothing. This mild cold triggers your dormant brown fat to activate, and it burns your deadly white visceral fat for fuel. We can turn this into a step-by-step masterclass. Method 1 is the thermostat protocol we just discussed. Find a 2-hour window in the evening, lower the heat, and read a book. Method 2 is the shower finisher. At the end of your normal hot shower, turn the water to cool, not freezing but cool enough to be slightly uncomfortable, for just 30 to 60 seconds. This single act can activate your brown fat for up to 4 hours afterward. Method 3 is the internal warmer. Japanese researchers found that drinking a large glass of cold water periodically throughout the day forces your body to expend energy, burn calories, to warm that water to your core body temperature. This alone can burn an additional 100 calories per day. Think of your brown fat as a dormant fireplace. The mild cold exposure is the match. It tells the fireplace to start burning the white fat logs for fuel, and it preferentially burns the most dangerous logs first, the ones surrounding your organs. We are about to enter our top 3, which is where the results become truly transformative. If you have been enjoying this video and finding value, please take 1 second to hit that like button so more seniors can see it, and be sure to subscribe. We have more powerful health tips coming every single day, and you don't want to miss what's next. 3. Time-restricted feeding with metabolic windows. This strategy might be even more important than what you eat. It's when you eat. According to a shocking study from the prestigious Salk Institute, researchers led by Dr. Sachin Panda found that people over 60 who restricted all their eating to an 8 or 10-hour window lost 47% more visceral fat than those eating the same number of calories spread throughout the day. This isn't about starvation. It's about compression. Here is the deep science. When you finish your last meal, your body spends the next 8 to 10 hours just digesting and burning the glucose from that meal. But after that, when you enter a fasted state, 2 magical things happen. First, your body activates a process called autophagy. This is your body's cellular cleaning crew. It goes through your system and begins to clean out and eat dysfunctional old cells, and it specifically targets dysfunctional fat cells around your organs. Second, this fasting window dramatically optimizes your body's release of growth hormone. Growth hormone is critical after 60 for maintaining muscle, but it hates insulin. If you are snacking all day, your insulin is always high, and your growth hormone production is flat. But when you fast overnight, your insulin levels plummet, allowing your body to release a powerful pulse of growth hormone while you sleep. And growth hormone loves to mobilize visceral fat for energy. Here is your masterclass plan. You don't need to be extreme. Start with a 12-hour eating window for 1 week. For example, eat only between 8 a.m. and 8 p.m. The next week, shrink it to 10 hours. For example, 9 a.m. to 7 p.m. This appears to be the sweet spot. A common mistake is changing too fast, which can stress the body. A gradual reduction is key. During your eating window, focus on your 3 protein-timed meals: black coffee, herbal tea, and water are all allowed during the fasting period and will not break the fat-burning benefits. 2. Targeted soluble fiber loading with prebiotics. Scientists at Wake Forest Baptist Medical Center made a discovery that could change how we approach visceral fat forever. They found that for every 10 grams of soluble fiber consumed daily, visceral fat was reduced by 3.7% over 5 years. But here's the kicker. When they combined that fiber with specific prebiotics, the food for your good gut bacteria, that number jumped to an 8.4% reduction in just 3 months. This isn't just eat more vegetables. This is a targeted protocol to reprogram your gut. Soluble fiber works in 2 ways. First, it forms a gel-like substance in your digestive system. This gel slows down glucose absorption from your meal, which is critical. It prevents the blood sugar and insulin spikes that tell your body to store fat right around your belly. Second, and most importantly, this soluble fiber is the preferred food for your beneficial gut bacteria. When they feast on this fiber, they produce powerful chemical messengers called short-chain fatty acids, particularly one hero chemical named butyrate. Butyrate is a miracle compound. It's released into your bloodstream, travels through your body, and directly signals your fat cells to burn visceral fat for energy. The study showed that people with higher butyrate levels had 51% less visceral fat, regardless of their total weight. So, here is your definitive guide. The superstar soluble fiber identified in studies is not what you think. It's glucomannan, which comes from the konjac root. You can find this as a supplement or in shirataki noodles. The protocol: take 3 grams with a full glass of water 30 minutes before your largest meal. It will expand in your stomach, making you feel full and creating the perfect gel to blunt the insulin spike. The runner-up is ground flaxseed. 2 tablespoons daily in a smoothie or yogurt is perfect, but it must be ground, or your body can't access the fiber. Finally, you must add the prebiotics to fuel the butyrate factory. The best sources are Jerusalem artichokes, garlic, onions, leeks, and asparagus. A simple, powerful protocol. Add ground flax to your morning smoothie, take glucomannan before lunch, and have a side of garlic-sautéed asparagus with your salmon at dinner. You are now running the ultimate visceral fat-burning program from the inside out. 1. Controlled breathing with vagus nerve activation. And now, the number 1 most powerful, most effective, and most surprising method of all. This is the breakthrough from the University of Copenhagen that made researchers question everything. They discovered that a specific breathing technique, practiced for just 15 minutes twice a day, activated a nerve in a way that triggered massive visceral fat reduction without any dietary or exercise changes. The study was astounding. The group that only used this breathing technique lost 42% more visceral fat than the control group who followed the same diet and exercise plan. This technique works by targeting the true cause of visceral fat storage after 60, cortisol. Cortisol is your stress hormone, and after 60, its main job is to take any excess calories and store them specifically as visceral fat. It's an ancient survival mechanism. This is why you can eat a perfect diet and still gain belly fat. If you are stressed, you are in fat storage mode. This breathing technique is the off switch. It directly stimulates your vagus nerve, which is the massive nerve superhighway connecting your brain to all your vital organs. When you stimulate this nerve with a specific breathing pattern, you shift your body from the stressed, sympathetic state to the calm, parasympathetic state. This shift triggers the release of a hero chemical called acetylcholine, which is the antidote to cortisol. It floods your system, signals your body that it is safe, and tells your visceral fat cells to release their stored energy. Here's the step-by-step masterclass. The technique is called 4-7-8 breathing. First, you must place 1 hand on your chest and 1 on your belly. When you breathe, only your belly hand should move. This is called diaphragmatic breathing, and it's the only way to stimulate the vagus nerve. Second, Inhale quietly through your nose for a count of 4. Third, hold your breath for a count of 7. Fourth, exhale loudly through your mouth, making a whoosh sound for a count of 8. That is 1 breath. You will repeat this cycle for 15 minutes. The timing is everything. You must do this twice per day. Session 1. Immediately upon waking. Why? Because cortisol is at its absolute peak in the morning. This 15-minute session has been shown to reduce morning cortisol by 37%, effectively turning off the fat storage signal for your entire day. Session 2, between 3 p.m. and 5 p.m. This is when your body has its second natural cortisol spike. This session prevents the afternoon stress that leads to evening snacking and fat storage. This breathing technique is the cornerstone. It addresses the hormonal, stress-driven root cause of visceral fat accumulation that diet and exercise alone cannot fix. When you combine this breathing protocol with the other 4 strategies, you create a powerful synergistic effect. Participants in these studies who combined all methods lost an average of 4.2 inches from their waist circumference in 30 days, with scans confirming it was the dangerous visceral fat that was melting away. The path to eliminating this deadly fat after 60 is not about perfection, but consistency. Start with the breathing technique today. It costs nothing and provides immediate stress reduction. Then, add 1 new strategy each week. Your body is remarkably capable of change at any age when given the right signals. Now, we want to hear from you. What was the most surprising strategy on this list? Have you ever noticed your body changing due to stress? And are you going to try the 4-7-8 breathing technique? Share your experiences and your own hard-won wisdom in the comments below. We love to hear from our community. Thank you for watching.